Remaster.
Hey, fellow theme park enthusiasts, it's England Team, the homegrown tourist here. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff happened since last time because it's been a long time since last time we did a live stream. Me and Gail went back to Epcot. So, you know, got some videos on that coming up. One thing that happened, and it is still in the rumor stage, and it's right there in the title, is that Disney is considering remaking not just one, but a number, as they say, of Miyazaki films, of Studio Ghibli films. And I can only imagine.
Let me edit. I swear to God, let me edit.
Yeah, look, I am not a fan of the live-action Disney movies. I really am not. Lion King blew. It was horrible. As a matter of fact, I think it'd be easier for me to list Jungle Book and Cinderella and just call it a day because those are the good ones.
And 101 Dalmatians. That one was good. But
yeah, but that one doesn't count. That was before this era. You know, that I don't count that one as in the same group. I'm talking about since Cinderella, they kind of just went one after another, year by year. And they're remaking 101.
People started with Tim Burton's Alice, even though that was kind of a sequel, sort of, to.
That's probably what you're right. That's probably what really got the ball started, because after that one, it just, like I said, one every year. And holy Toledo, they're just not great. They're just not great films. They really aren't. Hello to Tillian.
It's not like it couldn't be. It's just that no one puts in the effort, it seems.
It's not always about you. Okay? It's not always about you. Can you stop? Can you stop?
Yeah, it's about me.
All right. It's about Venkman.
Yeah.
All right. You need to stop biting me. Okay. He bites me to get my attention here, and it's a little bit irritating.
We can't bite you. We're across the pond here.
My cat occasionally does that, and yeah, it can get annoying.
Yeah. So anyway, it says here that no official statement was given as to which Ghibli films were going to be considered for live action remake, although rumors point to Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and My Neighbor Totoro as likely candidates. Disney did state
okay. So wait a minute. Not only are they remaking Studio Ghibli movies, but they're not even remaking the bad ones, because there are a couple less good and that's a misnomer, because there are no bad Studio Ghibli movies, mind. But
yeah,
there are at least some that are not as transcendently awesome.
Well, of course they're going to make, at the very least, first they're going to make the ones that made a gajillion. Yeah. Put Ponyo up there, and the Secrets of Ariadne, and all the ones that were popular. And Kiki's Delivery Service would probably be up for something like this.
I may explode if they try to even touch Kiki. I swear to God.
Let's see. Disney did state the release would feature major Hollywood talent, with insider leaks revealing that Will Smith had already been contacted for a potential role. Wow, he could play Totoro.
If they make him Hal, I'm going to start a riot. I don't even care anymore. God.
Major director talent from industry veterans like James Cameron and Tim Burton was also rumored to be on the look. Here, let me tell you about the rumor of names on the table. If they make money, they're considered. This is why you hear about what's the guy plays Creed? That
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. That's why every time they talk about remaking Superman, his name comes on. Why? Because Michael B. Jordan is a bankable actor. Anytime. Certain studios, definitely. Anytime they talk about a movie, talk about doing a movie, they decide, you know what, he's bankable, therefore, let's put him up there. And that's what's going on.
Can we leave Tim Burton alone until we at least see how he does with Pinocchio? Because they already have him scheduled to do Pinocchio, and I'm not certain about that one. But I don't know if he does decent with Pinocchio, then that'll be okay. But can we just leave Tim Burton alone for a while? At least let him recharge so he can start making good Tim Burton movies again?
There is a line in a Nostalgia Critic video he did about Ponyo where he called it Tim Burton's Mario Sunshine, because the guy's walking around with that water blower.
He wasn't wrong, but yeah, like, oh my God.
Disney assured fans that the completely necessary live-action films would still follow the original stories of the Ghibli films with additional alterations only to modernize and broaden the appeal of the movies, something which definitely hasn't had a history of diminishing the original tone. Obviously, this Anime Maru site I'm reading this from has the same outlook on this as we do.
Yeah, behold the appropriate level of snark.
Yeah, there's just no freaking reason to have a live-action Ghibli movie. There really isn't. They're awesome, and you should be showing your kids them. I'm not saying like, oh, will this be good? Well, no, you should be showing your children. It should be freaking required viewing just so they can get an understanding of character. God dang it. Anyway.
Spirited Away, Kiki, Totoro, and Howl's Moving Castle. Those are the big four. Until you have shown your children those big four, you have failed as a who shows the children.
Go ahead, Professor.
I don't know if I should. This thing came out, this post, the thing that I'm pretty sure I found the same one, came out on February 12th, 2019, and this site is a satire site.
Which one is it? Is it
Anime Maru?
Sounds familiar.
I hope so.
It is.
Well, they're redoing it. It's all over Twitter now. This is where I found the news, though. But holy crap, they're talking about Todd Phillips doing it.
And again, like I mentioned before we came on air, that is the one bright spot in this. If they got somebody like Todd Phillips to do this, I might consider not completely hating it on just sheer impulse, on just sheer instinctive principle. But unfortunately, because Todd Phillips peed in Hollywood's collective Cheerios with Joker, I think it's going to be a while before he gets a high-profile role or as a director. Unfortunately.
Okay, but would it even make sense for Disney to make the remakes? I know HBO bought the exclusive rights to show Studio Ghibli films on their streaming platform.
It makes sense because they were the ones to distribute Studio Ghibli in the Western world. It was Studio Ghibli partnered with Disney to do all the dubbing and the distribution for the West. So
okay, well, I wasn't sure about that because I just know HBO has all of them.
Funny and get stuck in mails, but Hills. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. Todd Phillips is a good director. He really is. He's done comedy. He's done, of course, Joker. You're bringing up. So he's got a range. I'm just saying this is one of those things. It's going to happen, whether we like it or not. Whether at some point in time, this is going to happen.
My first instinct with something like Studio Ghibli, if they must be done in live action, which they don't necessarily need to be, but if we're allowing for it for 5 seconds, my first instinct would be someone like the Wachowskis or Ang Lee, someone who knows how to translate the sort of anime style into a live action format. Heck, even Edgar Wright could manage it because he did a really good job with Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which was sort of in the same sort of anime / video game vibe realm.
Well, it would depend. Like Steven Spielberg could handle something like Secret World of Ariadne. It's kind of like a Borrowers sort of situation.
Well, it's based on the same book as the thing as the Borrowers. So
I could see that. There are certain movies like Grave of the Fireflies, something you could use to teach your kids about death, and I think Princess Mononoke could teach your kids about violence and war. But
I think also the team that did Alito Battle Angel would be a good choice because again they can replicate the anime vibe in a live action format or pseudo live action.
What's that one movie, Princess Kaika Guru, something like that? It came out a couple of years ago and nobody noticed. It's a really good movie though, and I forgot its name. But yeah, there's certain movies. Look, if they make money, they'll put out one. If it makes money, they're going to put out another. This doesn't have the immediate name recognition that a Disney movie does. So there is that. Lion King is going to make money off of the nostalgia factor. Cinderella was. Everything has that nostalgia factor that's been released by Disney based on the Disney classics. Spirited Away, as much as we like it, doesn't have that instant recognition that Disney classics does.
Which by the way, is a travesty, and it should totally have the same level of name recognition. Everyone who's a child at heart or has children should show their children Spirited Away. It should happen.
Yeah, I agree. It's an amazing film, and I definitely think that it deserves to have that recognition. It just doesn't. So I don't know how much this would go beyond. And there are some of these movies that deal with subject matter that will not translate well. I do believe there's one, The Wind something or other. No, up on Poppy's that one. Poppy, not, I want to say Poppy's Fields, but I don't think it is. But that one actually has incest in it. So I don't think that some of these are going to translate as well. Excuse me.
I mean, much as I love Spirited Away, it basically has a witch buying a child and basically bartering with her soul. So, yeah, it kind of...
Yeah, some of them are just different. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering. But anyway, so if this comes to pass, there you go. Not a big fan, but, professors calling into question. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, somebody else said they posted this, and they said source IndieWire. I'm on IndieWire right now, where they said this article is. It's not even there.
Okay,
yeah, I'm looking too.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I got catfished. Fingers crossed. All right. Let's see. There's other things. Like I said, I went back to Epcot. Made a video. One of the things I filmed was me filming Epcot. Like literally, I'm livid. I am freaking livid. And one of the reasons why is I constantly see these videos and these pictures, and I tell people, look, it's probably more what you're seeing is a wide angle lens makes people look closer, because from what I understand, I've been to Disney Springs a couple of times. Disney is on it. Disney is on it. They've been doing a lot better about making sure people are wearing the mask, make sure they're 6 feet and everything. I was walking through Epcot and had no freaking problem. None. We kept our distance from people. Now, I was one of those that kept lowering the mask. I can't wear a mask for a long period of time or I will pass out. But I never had to worry because there was never a time where I was in a crowd. Not even once. Going on an attraction, no problem. Going get something to eat, no problem. Never was I less than 6 feet away from somebody. And it just kills me, except for one thing. And I want to share this here. Because I thought, wait a second. I'm pretty sure this one's going to have a hard time. Let me see if I can't find it. This is Disney's Hollywood Studios. And this is the morning time. Now, Professor, you know what happens in the morning, right?
Yeah.
In the morning, they do their rope drop, and immediately everybody's trying to get passes to go on the Star Wars ride. Rise of, what was it? Rise of the Resistance?
Rise of Resistance, yes.
This is, and I do believe this causes people to come in. But even still, you got the picture, and then when you look at people, no, they're 6 feet away. They're staying away. It looks like a big old group until you see them live.
Yeah, I went to Universal yesterday, and it was actually busier than I was expecting. But everybody was keeping distance. Nobody's like huddling close like they showed there. That doesn't happen regularly. That is specifically because they just opened.
Yeah, and
I got one question for your Pixel though. Did you get any Ghostbuster merch?
No, I didn't get any Ghostbusters.
Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
You're right there, and you didn't get any.
I made a date to go to Hollywood Studios. I want to ride on the new Mickey Mouse ride. If I can get a pass, I will. It gets me though that it's like, oh, it's a 30-minute wait, and people are waiting this far out. You know, that's a long dang
For
way
what?
away from the. Well, you got the Mickey Mouse ride, you got the Star Wars Galaxy Millennium Falcons at a 55-minute wait.
Jeez.
And you got to think that's everybody standing 6 feet away from each other for the line. So that goes out to the freaking park entrance. It's amazing these things happen. I wouldn't do it because if I were at Millennium Falcon and they told me, oh, the line is at the park entrance, I would just keep going. All right, have a good day, guys. I'm done. Me and Gail actually had no problem finding seats and such when we were at Epcot. I'm, of course, showing you Hollywood Studios because this is the crowded one. This is the one that everybody's going to.
Well,
But you really,
because it has the newest stuff there.
yeah, you have to really take a look at the difference between, you know, some of the pictures that make it look incredibly crowded versus what's going on and the videos. That show that not actually, it's not really all that crowded. So the current line it's a 55-minute wait. Wow.
I believe at was it Islands? I believe it's Islands of Adventure. The longest line was for Hagrid's, and I believe the most it got up to was 50.
Yeah.
50
I
minutes.
would wait. I haven't been on it. I'm willing to wait an hour for a ride that I've never been on.
It was pretty cool. I'll admit it's definitely something you'll want to try.
Yeah. They should make Phineas and Ferb rides as Leandra Graves.
That'd be great.
Okay.
They just released the new movie on Disney Plus. Candace versus
I would
the
not be
Universe.
opposed to that, although it would by right have to be called a ride in Ator because that's how that works.
Let's see what else is going on in the news. Oh yeah, speaking of Ghostbusters, I got a call, by the way.
Yeah.
Many of you guys know I work out at the not the Cinemarket, the AMC out at Disney. And so I got a call and I gave them, hey, look, my time is a little bit different now and I can't wear a mask all day. So I don't know what I could do for you, but I just found out that they're actually open and there's movies. They got Cutthroat City. Train to Busan has a sequel?
Yeah.
Holy Toledo, I'm there, dude. But it's not
Peninsula. I want to get that. I want to watch that.
It's not just these movies right here, because here's Unhinged as well. But this is what I'm really interested in. They've got Ghostbusters.
Yep.
And Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Grease and Back to the Future. And the Goonies. I haven't seen the Goonies on big screen in freaking 30 freaking years.
Oh, man. So no more streams from you for the next week.
I know, right? I'm gonna be at the movies, man. Hell yeah. You got the Goonies, Back to the Future. See, I at least want to see the older ones because
I will just buy an all-day pass.
Man, watching Back to the Future in the theater, it's like you might as well dress like your old clothes if you have them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I fit in my old parachute pants.
Yep.
Yeah,
and your orange life jacket.
Nope, never had one of those. But for a very brief moment, I did dress like the Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. I kid you not. The straight out shirt, sleeveless, the nylon pants. Not great pants to wear when you are a teenager going through puberty. Definitely not a teenage guy. They do not hide a lot. Yeah.
Anything.
But hey, I'm very excited. I'm excited that the movie theater's open. I don't know what I could do until the mask thing is done. But did you know Michael J. Fox voiced Stuart Little? Yes, we did. I did anyway.
Yep.
Did you know that
House was one of my earliest childhood movies?
House plays the father.
Yeah, which is really messed up. Hugh Laurie.
Yep. But I thought that
Like,
was
this
kind of
is what happened after House has a nervous breakdown. Maybe best film theory for short little ever.
Oh wait, which ones have the dine-in? Oh, good. Ghostbusters is a dine-in theater. Hell yeah.
Oh, are they? I didn't know they were opening the dine-in ones.
Well, if they are, that it says dine-in full service right here. For I Still Believe, screw that. Get the classics in there, and I don't mean Bloodshot. Bloodshot's not a classic. Look, Bloodshot is a decent action film. Don't get me wrong.
You know what you need right now?
What?
We need some. We need a good patriotic movie. We need Invasion USA with Chuck Norris.
Invasion, yeah, something that rah rah. You need a rocket.
Unlimited rocket launcher. That's what I want.
Most of us do.
Independence Day.
Unlimited rocket launcher, so we could defeat
Aliens.
Resident Evil.
Man, I wish they'd put Rocky back in the theater. I'd love to see that in big screen. Oh man.
Yeah, now that gets people too. That gets people all excited and patriotic as well.
Actually, Pixel wants to watch From Dusk Till Dawn on big screen.
I don't have the video game for the Ghostbuster. I'm pretty sure Venkman does though.
The original Ghostbuster games, I played them. They were not that great.
Movie. You know the problem with patriotic movies these days, though, is that the second you do plan a day full of patriotic movies, you'll get a bunch of articles going, "But these people are so very toxically masculine. Their patriotism is a tool of the patriarchy."
We'll just trigger a lot of people. We'll put Iron Eagle back in.
Who cares? Who cares? So something Gail and I
because
along
that's the
with our trip to Epcot, we planned on some other things, but I told her we're going to go back. I'm very excited to announce that the Japan restaurant TITO'S is reopening. Have you guys been into that? Now I know you were down here, Dalton. Have you been into Japan? Did you go to Epcot? Did I just lose everybody?
I'm here, but I'm not Dalton, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with it.
No, you just
lost me when you lied about Spirit
I couldn't
Away.
hear the question.
Yeah, I was saying I'm very excited. Japan's TITO'S is open. The store's open again. I'm very excited about this. I just wanted to make that announcement here. It's opening on Elizabeth's birthday, but Elizabeth does not have an annual pass, or we would be taking her here. It is such a good place to go and eat. Yeah, this is here's a little gallery of the food. You got to check this out. Now, do you like Japanese cuisine?
I do.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm picky. I don't like you see a fish with a head on it still.
Goodness gracious. I'm actually this is a lovebird, Leandro. His name's
so much. You only got one of them.
Venkman continues to be an uncultured swine. That everybody knew that already.
What's up, Dalton?
You're an uncultured swine. Is what he said.
Wow.
Wow.
This is a Disney Channel. This is a family-friendly thing.
Yeah, but that was actually a line from a Disney movie.
Well, I'd say the one from Ghostbusters, but I get kicked off.
This is
No, I said
Tepinetto.
Venkman continues to be an uncultured swine. It seems to be a consistent problem.
To be fair, Venkman, you do eat
Wait.
Taco Bell on the regular. I love Taco Bell, but I couldn't eat it on the regular.
Not really.
You telling me? Yeah, you would. Are you telling me you wouldn't eat this right here?
I need the steak right there.
Not the noodles or the rice?
Is it noodles and onions? Something right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Noodles
I'll
and
have to get it adjusted.
Because that's at the top, and I'm like, that just looks like just noodles and onions.
You could get tempura shrimp and vegetables. Oh, that looks so good.
Like I like breaded calamari. I just don't like when you see like the squid or the octopus where it's just all rubbery and like. Ugh.
Oh well, I can understand there.
Yeah.
I personally can eat like squid and stuff, but I can understand other people not liking it.
Yeah.
When it sticks to your tongue while you're trying to eat it.
I've never had that happen. No.
Aren't there people eat it raw?
in Japan, I believe there are actually people that eat it raw, but I would never eat anything. I never eat anything raw unless it's like sushi and it has raw fish in it, obviously.
I know people used to come in at a grocery store. They always want the raw beef and onions. I was like, pretty soon, if you give these people this food, you're not gonna have any customers.
Are you sure they aren't getting the raw beef and onions to take it home and cook?
No, they eat it that way.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, there are people. It's a delicacy, apparently.
Yeah, no, thank you. I've had some really fresh fish. I don't want fish that fresh. I've literally pulled something out of the lake and had the person I was with say, "Oh, are you hungry?" Smashed, just gollumed it right into a rock, cleaned it, and cooked it right there.
Oh, you don't want to be like Gollum,
Well,
just bite the head
to
off?
clean it and cook it is one thing. But
Oh yeah, it's like it was really good. Mind you, it was really because they stuffed lemongrass into the mouth and everything. It was really done very well.
It's like Gollum. He just rips
Now I'm
the fish
hungry.
apart.
Yeah,
So,
marinated calamari is
start-
delicious.
What?
Any form of calamari octopus is
Song.
fine. Okay, what are you saying, Dalton?
I said this reminded me of Les Poissons from Little Mermaid.
Gotcha.
I gotta say, every time we come back on here, and it's good to be back, we always end up talking about food.
I love going to the restaurants at Disney, man. What can I
I
say?
blame the fat man in the corner over there.
Yeah, I love going to the restaurants.
I was like,
Gail and I are doing reviews of all the booths at Food and Wine. I've got some. I'm gonna have some videos out from our last one, and it was a lot of fun. We had some decent stuff, and we went to what restaurant did we go to? I forget. We went to the new Moroccan. We went to Spice Table, the Moroccan restaurant. It was interesting stuff.
How was it?
She got my dish though, and I was a little bit disappointed because I told them I wanted something bold, something powerful. You know, give me some good flavors.
they give you onion.
And oh my gosh, they gave it to Gail. She ordered the kebab, and it was there was one thing, just the chicken burned her mouth. It was so hot, and I tasted. I was like, oh, this is so good. It's so flavorful. Yeah.
I swear you should give him a little pirate hat. It's on your shoulder. Gar.
Yeah, I actually asked Elizabeth if she would draw a new profile for me, but put twiddles on the shoulder. Yeah. So
Parlay.
yeah. So something I did want to talk about, because I've seen a couple of other people talk about, and granted, we talk about cancel culture all the time. And I'm not talking about Twitter cancel culture. I'm talking about the, you'll see YouTube, which is all about, I hate this and I hate that, and isn't this bad, and blah, blah, blah. And there's no good in the world. So they jumped all over. They jumped all over Disney recently. And they mostly did it because of the fact that Disney is losing money. And you actually see this. This is from Inside the Magic. Right here, Disney World impacted by Florida's dismal tourism numbers. And it says, state of Florida suffered an over 60% drop in tourism in Q2 of 2020. They're shut down.
Exactly.
The Sunshine State has been a hotbed throughout the pandemic. Not throughout, just this.
Everyone lost money in 2020.
After the riots, just like everybody else, we had. But however, if you look at the opening, it was not timed with the opening. The opening has nothing to do with it. It does have to do with the riots if you look at the timing. But it says, according to the Orlando Sentinel, that's our newspaper over here, Florida tourism industry suffered an estimated 60.5% drop in visitors as the coronavirus pandemic hit hard during the year's second quarter, with international travel off more than 90%. There's freaking travel bans on. And the outlook remains dim for the state after nearly 20 million visitor drop from April through June, the tourism industry must combat ongoing negative perceptions of Florida handling of COVID-19. We're fine. We're fine. People aren't dying in the streets, gang. I'll tell you what, we've been to the hospital even. It's not overrun either. I don't know where they're getting those stories from. Pixel, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I have no idea. I don't know anybody personally that has had it.
You know what I think it is? It's like that episode of South Park where they have the Mandy's choose the balls. That's to decide what they're going to do on Family Guy. So it's kind of like that. You're just going from a slot machine. Like, this is what we're going to print out today.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they can find someone in, you know, ye old ivory tower to corroborate what they want to hear, and therefore they're going to keep acting as though the reality that they have is the reality they want to live in. It's not because there's actually a grassroots need for any panic, but it's because this is the reality we want to live in, therefore we're going to carry on believing that we live in that reality. Which it says something, I think, about these people, that rather than wishing to live in a reality where everything is fine and everything is wonderful, they choose to live in a dystopian, nightmare realm.
So it goes on to talk about the reservation system. How it works is you have a certain amount of days. As a pass holder, I've got limited days, which pisses every pass holder off. I'm sorry, wait, what? But according to Bob Chepik, he doesn't want to give pass holders rein because we go in and we might not spend as much as a person who comes down here and for vacation. I'm like, bullshit. We just don't spend it all in a 2-week period.
I see. If I went down there, I'd be like, this is my budget. That's what I'm doing. Nothing more than that. So if I see someone like, damn, I want to buy it, but I'm like, I need money to get home.
Yeah, and that's smart. But the thing is when and look, a lot of the Disney vacation is expensive as hell. You can spend upward around $15,000 for a week. It is expensive, and I get it. We spend it. We're not only just on the path, but then of course we come in and we go to the dinners. We get the merchandise. We get we get the foods, the candies, everything, clothes. I'm wearing the hat. You know, it doesn't. It's that they should also be paying attention to, because after a while, you're going to lose the people that are keeping you open. You know, not everybody, like I said, there's a 60% drop off of people who they're looking for. But what it is we get a limited amount of days. Like if I want a Hollywood studio day, I have to wait until the end of September because they're already taken up. So you could call, you make your reservation for whatever park is available on the day you want to go. You can only go to one. There's no more park hopping. But in all honesty, I think that's better for you, especially if you go now for a couple of reasons. One, there is few people in the park comparative to what it used to be. Look over that park with a fine-tooth comb. You can finally experience a lot of it, and you're going to miss a lot of it because they're not doing fireworks and stuff like that. Were you going to say something, Professor?
No, I agree with you. At the same time, like like I said, I went to Universal 2 days, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday, and I got to go to both parks, and it was. I don't understand how Disney's running their situation.
Dear Bob Cheapskate, you don't want to give the pass holders free reign, so you don't want to reward your customers for being loyal customers. That is what you are telling me. And dear, the establishment as a whole, stop alienating the people who actually want to spend money on the stuff you're selling. I know you wish there was a different audience for you to take advantage of because you find the audience you currently have to be somehow icky, but you are obligated by the virtues of simple capitalism to give the people what they actually want rather than what you wish they wanted. Please.
Well, if I were coming and I was going to be spending that kind of money, I don't know if I would come. There are trade-offs. Look, on one hand, there's not a lot of people in the park. Therefore, what is available, you're going to have free reign over. And it is a wonderful thing. That being said, there's also not buffets. They're not tours. There are no fireworks. There are not a lot of shows that you would get outside. Your character meet and greets, forget about it. Instead, the characters pass by. Hi, Mickey! Your kids, you don't get that picture with the kids. So really, you're getting a lesser Disney experience. What you're there for, you get full reign of, like I said, because there's not a lot of people, but you're not getting the full Disney experience. It is a trade-off.
Did you see the? I'm looking on AMC's right now. They have an article from February this year saying the remakes there are going to be in the way being filmed for Disney. They're doing another Snow White movie, and they're planning on doing Rose Red, the sister of Snow White.
Okay.
So that's really interesting. I'm like, I've never seen a Rose Red. I've seen it in Fables, the comic book, but I've never seen it like in actual Disney. Yeah. So I wonder what that's going to be like.
I don't know. It could be good. Could be good. But so I don't know if I would be willing to spend $15,000 for a lesser experience. I think that's something that Disney has to worry about. Otherwise, as an annual pass holder, I'm going to keep making my reservations. I don't care. It's exercise. It gets me out of the house. That's one of the reasons I started doing this, is because then I would feel like I'm working while I'm playing, and I don't feel like I'm wasting time. I'm one of those personalities. If I'm not working or doing something that would help work, I feel like I'm wasting my time. But it's. Are you just doing the hokey pokey? What's going on here with the circles? But no, it's, to me, it's great. I love it, but unfortunately, we do need the crowds to come back to keep it open.
What's that white spot on your shoulder?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt he pooped on me. I'm just kidding. What are you talking about? Let's see. Twiddles is in Danger England. Teens talking about food. And Leandra, yes, you did recommend the podcast. And what's your favorite Disney movie, favorite cartoon, network show, and Nickelodeon show? I don't watch Cartoon Network shows anymore. I used to when the Hanna-Barbera shows were on. Nickelodeon, way too old for that.
I'll take a stab.
You can't do that on television was when I was a kid. And what's my favorite Disney movie?
Mine's still Robin Hood. The original Robin Hood. With the fox and everything. Yep.
No, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. In all honesty, that switches, but for the longest time, it's been Emperor's New Groove.
Really?
Yeah, I love that.
I thought more you're into Parent Trap.
Ugh, that piece of crap.
Singing in the Rain, whatever that is.
Parent Trap. No, actually, Mary Poppins is the one you're trying to think of.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was thinking animated.
Yeah.
But just flat out Disney movie. Yeah, Mary Poppins every day.
Yeah. Cartoon Network show was Cartoon Network show takes up that too. That's also Justice League Unlimited. So same show.
What about you, Professor?
I think my favorite Cartoon Network show should be obvious by my profile picture, but it's
Codename
Next Door. Yeah,
I thought yours was the other one with the bluebird and the raccoon. The regular show. I think it was called.
So what's your profile pic, Prof? I thought you drew that yourself.
No, I didn't draw that myself. It's the main villain, I would say, of
that's what Pixel wants when it goes up.
Next Door.
Well,
I'm sorry.
the main villain in his human form, anyway.
Okay, hold up. What were you saying, Prof? Main villain of what?
Codename Kids Next Door.
Okie dokie. How about you, Dalton? What's your favorite Disney?
Wait, Disney.
Well, yeah, the person asked what our favorite Nickelodeon show, what our favorite Cartoon Network show, and what our favorite Disney movie or show was. I would have to say it's difficult to pick for Cartoon Network, because when I was a kid, there were so many great Cartoon Network shows. I'd have to say Courage of the Cowardly Dog is my favorite Cartoon Network show. Didn't
Cartoon Network have what's his name?
Johnny Bravo. Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Space
Johnny Bravo.
Space Coast, Coast to Coast.
Oh, there you go. That made me laugh like a sif. Yeah, I like that one. There you go. All right.
Okay. As far as Nickelodeon shows, Avatar, The Last Airbender. What am I, a Philistine?
Ooh, okay, yeah, mark me
and
down for that one.
As far as like Disney movie, and then Disney movies would probably be. I'm probably gonna have to agree with Anglin on Mary Poppins because there are individual Disney movies that I might like better, but they are not coming to mind at the moment. So yeah, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins is the
and as
masterpiece.
far as Disney, yeah, and as far as Disney cartoons go, as far as shows, I am gonna sound like a broken record because I keep bringing this up every time it comes up, but Gargoyles was so freaking awesome. Yeah,
I was trying to watch Darkwing Duck.
Those are my answers to all the appropriate questions.
Last week I started doing a binge watch of Darkwing Duck on the Disney Plus, and man, it's not as good as I remember it to be. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just saying.
Well, sometimes that happens. You're a little older now. Things change a little bit.
Like the first episode is like where you meet where the guy that the scientist turns into like the plant doctor or Dr. Beak, whatever it is. But I was like, I felt like I was watching Animaniacs.
Is a little bit off. That's why.
That first episode felt like I was watching Animaniacs. I'm like, come on, get to the action.
Well, speaking of Darkwing Duck, apparently the next season of DuckTales will have an hour-long special dedicated to Darkwing Duck.
Really? Because the first two seasons only had he was only in it for 2 episodes, and then there was that second season, the last of season 2, where they had the fight against the Moon People. I'm like, Darkwing's in there for a second, and then Scrooge is like, you know what? Nobody pays attention to you, so I'm just going to sneak into the mansion wearing your costume. I was like, what? No, I want Darkwing. I don't want freaking Scrooge. Scrooge can be.
We have to justify getting David Tennant as Uncle Scrooge, Venkman.
I understand that, but it's like
keep shoving him in there.
So
well, he's going to have an hour-long special in the next season of DuckTales. So,
but Jim Sterling is he's still doing the voice of Megaduck. He was
Yay.
Yep. Pretty good.
Okay. There you go.
There's your DuckTales catch-up right there.
Yeah. And that's what we needed. That's what we needed.
And they also changed Gizmo Duck. Remember his mom used to be an old woman with a hair curl and is watching cartoons like blah blah whatever to pay attention in the trailer home. She's a cop in this one, and she knows the secrets, and she's always like you basically still treat him as a kid. So they changed that up a little bit as well, but I'll stand on. I'll die on this hill. I think the nephews are much better in the reboot than they were in the original.
One thing that throws me off is them having normal voices. It's so odd that they have normal voices now in comparison to Huey, Dewey, and Louie having their voices similar to Donald's.
So Donald's their uncle.
Yes.
So Donald and Scrooge are brothers, and I found in the new series they introduced.
No. Scrooge is Donald's uncle, so it would be their great uncle.
Uncle,
yeah,
he's Grunkle Scrooge.
What the heck?
Grunkle Scrooge.
But they introduced Donald's sister.
Uncle Scrooge has always been Donald's uncle. So his relationship to the 3 boys would be either great uncle, or I don't know if it's different because then he'd be the uncle of the uncle. So I don't know if that makes him different. But
in season 2 though, they introduced their mom. Their mom came back. She's been missing for the past how many years of their lives. She was trapped on the moon with the aliens. So she came back and now she's.
Well, I mean, this is
I have no idea what you guys are talking. I'm so out of this.
You haven't watched DuckTales?
The reboot probably has.
Not the reboot. No, I saw a few episodes of the first season, but no.
Oh man, it's really good. It's really worth watching. There's an episode with.
No, I think it's all right. It takes some getting used to because the animation is weird and David.
Well, that's how I felt about the new Mickey Mouse cartoons. The animation is just screwed up. Actually, so are the cartoons sometimes. I mean, What they had one where Goofy blew up and they tried to put them together. It was just ridiculous.
So there's in that episode with the moon.
Mickey Mouse to have an opinion, really.
Speaking of Mickey Mouse, he makes an appearance in the DuckTales when they crash land this island and the mom while they're running away because they got kids trying to find them safe to hide from the alien invasion. They crash, they get shot down, and they're on the island, and all of a sudden here comes Donald. He's like Castaway, and he's got a little pineapple or coconut, and it's got ears on it, and it's a sailor cap. It's Mickey Mouse. He's like, hi guys. It's like she's talking. Donald's talking like Mickey. He says like,
I died laughing looking at his Mickey Wilson right there.
That's what it was. Oh, they made up for the best thing. I was like, because I was like, Donald, where you been? Like, and I was like, it's like that's. He's like, I've been stuck here for the past 10 years. Like, why don't you come looking for me? Like, oh, we thought you're on a cruise.
Venkman, you know what we should do? We should do with Englentine what we've been doing on Extreme Movie Shows, and we should do it with DuckTales. Watch 2 a week, and then talk about it at the end of the week.
I think if we
go
start with anything, we should start with Gargoyles because Gargoyles.
Dalton's already called Gargoyles on this one.
We can do
He
both.
really has, so.
But we'll do DuckTales first. That's all.
You could, and I'm just throwing this out here. You could just recreate the Disney afternoon, and we do that.
Yeah.
So you do an episode of Gargoyles, Darkwing, Tailspin, and that, and then we talk about the first thing. Yeah, go on like that. So.
Also,
anyway,
I like that idea.
Englentine, did you ever watch Dave the Barbarian? That might have been a little bit after. That might have gone
Dave
over
the
your.
Barbarian? No, I don't have any idea what that is. Yeah. I'm feeling very old right now.
Introduce him to that while we're introducing him to classic Disney stuff.
I
introduce him to Dave the Barbarian too.
Dave the Barbarian. Strong but a
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who remembers that show.
What was the song for Gargoyles? Gargoyles, something like that. I had some weird no.
Gargoyles across the universe. I have no idea. All righty. So anyway,
enough of this segment. Make Englentine feel old.
Yeah, you guys are way off on everything for me. So anyway, I think this is a good time to call it.
Making him feel old. He probably watched Mary Poppins in theaters when it came out.
Dude, that was 1967. I wasn't born until 1970. I'm old now, but not
64, wasn't it? I thought it was 64. But
sorry, that was Mr. Breen who watched it in theater.
Ay vey. All righty. Well, anyway, gang, with that said, you know, in the official announcement that I am indeed old, we're going to call it and like to say thank you very much for hanging out with us and talking about things. I say if you're not in Florida, stay away for another. Just give us till the end of the year to have this. Can we just have this? And
as always.
But we're doing fine. We're doing fine here. But I'm surprised that anybody is surprised that we're not doing as well as we did last year at the same time. Yeah. How is this shocking people?
Prepare for your tropical storms. I heard there's some tropical storms heading your way in the Gulf.
But yeah, I'm sorry, gang, but anybody with a brain knew that Disney wasn't doing as well. Are you okay?
Yeah, he's just getting he goes up to your earphone and then he walks away.
Yeah. All righty. So
it's a little green ball when he goes his head. It's weird.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, gang, once again, thank you very much for hanging out with us always. Thank you very, very much for watching. And Venkman?
As always, visit